starts with a good Monday nighter between the Indianapolis Colts and the Dublin Shamrocks. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Looking to throw on first down here. The toss here completed to Pittman. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wing on a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Purdy to throw it on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another. That's going to set up first and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
On second down, it's Taylor. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Two straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
So they've gotten it to the 4 on this opening drive, but now they face a third and goal. Purdy looking to throw. The quick slant caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
On 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand. To throw from his end zone. McIntyre. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is what every back in the league is supposed to do, exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down. Another carry for Pierce.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Oh, looking for Waddle, but it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. This defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And this one is right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. They'll go right back to Pierce. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instinct. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. To throw on second down. McIntyre out route to Hill, complete. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that will bring up 3rd and 1. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle it.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dayo Odeyingbo in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I thought he did a nice job there setting an edge and make sure nothing could get to the outside. But he decided that wasn't enough for him. Worked his way back inside and made the tackle on the ball carrier.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Colts 3, Shamrocks nothing.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Purdy with it on 3rd and long. And he'll find Pittman. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they convert on 3rd with a gain of 22. On first down, it's Purdy. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Looking for Jelani Woods that time, but it'll be 2nd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Purdy will look to throw again here. He'll get this one to Pittman. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
First and 10, Taylor now. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 more yards there and another first down. They run once more with Taylor. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Purdy. Touchdown! Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point forthcoming. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip.
Makes the score Colts 10, Shamrocks nothing. Rigoberto Sanchez, the kickoff.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McIntyre. He is going to find Hill here. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Looking to throw. McIntyre. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 47-yard line.
On On second down, here's Pierce. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
On 3rd and 2, McIntyre. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And he'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Pierce now up the middle. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll take this one down near the 15. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, McIntyre. And a dangerous throw there on the drop-off. Incomplete, nearly intercepted.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Dameon Pierce with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Shamrocks are back within a score. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. I believe they've buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Shamrocks have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one. Now
a man open down the middle of the
field.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Last play, they went over 20 yards. This time, they topped 30.
I think this defense was still trying to recover from that last play, so you wonder if they were ready for this one. You have to imagine their defensive coaches are yelling at them to get focused, because if they don't, more plays like that will result in giving up points.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it.
That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. They'll run here with Taylor. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And oh no, they spike it here. That was 4th down. So they spike it on 4th down, and they will lose the football. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And this is caught at the 20.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
He broke that line of scrimmage and then let it fly, and that's an automatic flag.
Yeah, and you don't just lose the 5 yards there, but you lose it down as well. So he obviously needs to have better awareness about what he's going to do. Either tuck it and go or throw it to a target and get that pass away.
Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. Mike Gesicki, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Shamrocks come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is picked up by the defense.
What a rough time for a turnover there. They give it away on their first possession of this second half.
And what makes it worse, Brandon, is that they've already given away the lead in this quarter on the touchdown drive a minute ago. Now they run the risk of really falling behind unless their defense can bail them out a little bit. They'll be cheering for them hard from the sidelines.
Yeah, good work there in open space. So he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go again with Pierce. And he's got room. And he will take this one in for a touchdown.
Dameon Pierce,
32 yards.
And the Shamrocks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gets... A throw for Pittman is intercepted.
Picked off Byron Jones. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a 1st down.
Pierce takes it straight ahead.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
To throw on 3rd down, McIntyre. And they'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
They'll run here with Pierce.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown.
Dameon Pierce,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Shamrocks get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fair catch.
come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive...
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga.
And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. For Pierce out of the gun.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Running it out of the gun with Pierce.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On third down, McIntyre. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Quiddy Pay getting in there and burying him behind the line.
Sanders' kick is good.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So now a fresh set of downs, first and 10 after roughing the passer.
There's Purdy on first and 10.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a second and 10 coming up. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
On first down, Purdy.
And this one is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
To throw again on second down. Purdy steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Throwing here, Purdy. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
On fourth down, here's Purdy. He finds Pierce. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from fourth down to first. Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Purdy will set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he takes it in for a Colts score. Jonathan Taylor taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the third. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
17.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the third quarter. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
So that potentially a turning point here in this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. And off left side, Pierce. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with this third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
offense on third down tonight? They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt. And now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Purdy now to throw. As this complete to Woods.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a 1st down throw complete downfield. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Michael Pittman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Colts are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. So that challenge, a successful one. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Once more, Purdy looking to throw.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland.
And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him, let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
137 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. First down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
There to stop him, Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker.
Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
First and 10, it's Pierce.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Give left side for Pierce.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a first down pickup of 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Give to Pierce. Has some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone.
12 yards there and a first down.
Another carry for Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They've got it first and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
Now a handoff for Pierce.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. They'll run. This is Pierce. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. Third and goal.
They'll try to run with Pierce.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Purdy.
He's going to let it fly. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Purdy to throw. And he'll find Pittman.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Purdy's throw pulled in by Woods.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds it.
And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Purdy sets up to throw again.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
With no timeouts left, that's a dangerous proposition working the middle of the field. Unfortunately for them, that one fell incomplete.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Purdy.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, a ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the home team here, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Buffalo Bills next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah. Hold up, it ain't easy breaking away or being a great. They slamming the door, I'm jumping the gate. Cause a starving stomach like being punched in the face. And an instrumental was the last time that I ate. Food from all of the base. My ace spoon going, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, know my name. King, crown me, lounge in the back of the spot. Pay homage to an underground peasant, climb to the top. Funny style, on elevators could never fade us. I peep data stain anytime they congratulate us. Goggles is worn and bottles is popping. I'm Deion Sanders on haters, this ice bucket dropping over their head with it. Extra the cred with it. You either fight or flight, I ain't one for the ledge living. I do it for the one that died but fed millions. With soul food flowed and stocked my bare kitchen. I'm liberated. I drew a play that they ain't illustrated. I make a move, they gladly imitate it. I ain't flattered, I'm a dragon to your paper castle. The Alpha and Omega, promise it ain't nothing after. A new beginning. My catalog like James Earl Jones, the ever living. Imagine if I did make beats that's more for killing. Imagine if you come from the sci-fi, my city. You probably wouldn't make it, oh yeah, really. I go extra to be great. I go extra for the fam, I go extra for the cake. I got extras on the plate. I go extra every day, I got extras on the way. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. Ain't no mileage of $4 configure the road I travel. Don't gravel that probably baffle it. Labels